Welcome everyone to This Explainer. If you're a focused learner looking to uncover the hidden truths of our planet, you are in the exact right place today. When most of us picture Antarctica, we just imagine this static, barren wasteland at the very bottom of the Earth, right? Just endless, empty white. But actually, that picture is fundamentally incomplete. Antarctica is this dynamic, vibrant, and deeply mysterious continent that holds the ultimate secrets of Earth's past, present, and even our cosmic future. Okay, let's dive into this and shatter everything you thought you knew about the frozen continent. To truly understand the scale of the mysteries we're talking about, we first have to grasp the sheer physical magnitude of the ice itself. At the South Pole, the ice sheet isn't just some thick layer of frost. It reaches a staggering depth of 4.7 kilometers. To put that into perspective, imagine the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. Now, literally stack 5 of those colossal skyscrapers directly on top of each other. That is the depth of the frozen abyss we're dealing with here. And locked within those kilometers of ice are millions of years of profound secrets just waiting to be decoded. Part 1. Discovery of Mysterious Life. We're peeling back our first thematic layer today to look at some bizarre biological anomalies that prove Antarctica is actively teeming with unpredictable life right now. Take a look at this impossible contrast. In 2022, passengers on a cruise line making its way through Antarctic waters spotted something that absolutely should not have been there. A submersible was deployed and it captured a giant phantom jellyfish. This thing is massive, measuring 33 feet across. But here's the real anomaly. These spectral giants are deep-sea dwellers. They normally survive in the crushing darkness down at depths of 3,500 feet. Yet, in the freezing waters of Antarctica, this colossal creature was just swimming right at the ocean's surface. Science still hasn't definitively answered what drove this creature out of the deep, but it's really just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to finding life where it literally shouldn't exist. Our next biological mystery takes us deeper, and it was actually triggered by an anomaly seen all the way from space. Satellite imagery revealed a strange new crack on the Larsen B ice shelf that definitely wasn't there before 2021. This sudden geological shift prompted researchers to head out to this super remote shelf and deploy a hot water drill. They rigged it up with a camera to melt their way down and investigate what was happening beneath the surface. As the drill melted its way down, the camera hit the 500-meter mark and abruptly revealed something absolutely astonishing. It didn't just hit solid ice or empty water, it broke into a secret subglacial river. And inside this pitch-dark, freezing underwater cave were thousands upon thousands of highly active amphipods. These are creatures that look a lot like shrimp. The camera captured them just swarming the lens, completely thriving in complete darkness. So this poses a massive central mystery for our understanding of biology. In an environment locked away from sunlight by half a kilometer of ice, what on earth are these creatures eating to survive? The answer actually forces us to completely reevaluate the history of this entire continent. Experts theorize that in a subglacial ecosystem, where photosynthesis is obviously impossible, these deep-sea amphipods survive by feeding on dead, decomposed plant matter. Now, think about the logical conclusion of that theory. For there to be enough decomposed plant matter to sustain a massive colony of active creatures today, well, this frozen desert must have once been lush, green, and completely covered in plant life. Part 2. Wonders hidden beneath ice. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we're transitioning from surface life forms down to the astonishing, hidden physical geography beneath the ice. Pivoting our understanding from biology to physical geography, let's first look at the ocean floor itself. You've likely heard of the Challenger Deep, the deepest point in our oceans, followed by the Bronson Deep. But in 2019, utilizing a ship equipped with sonar scanners to run over 1,200 meticulous mapping tests, scientists discovered the Factorian Deep right in the freezing Southern Ocean around Antarctica. Plunging to 7,437 meters, it is the third deepest point on Earth. Yet, the exact geological mechanisms that carved out this massive trench and its connection to the surrounding seafloor honestly remain completely unknown. But perhaps the most baffling geographical impossibility wasn't found in the water, but under the ice itself. Back in 1950, researchers discovered an entire massive mountain range known as the Gomburtsev Mountains. But here's the kicker. You will never see them because they are completely entombed under kilometers of solid ice. The scale here is truly mind-bending. We're talking about a mountain range stretching 1,200 kilometers long, with jagged peaks reaching up to 3,000 meters high. But here is the critical anomaly that literally keeps geologists awake at night. Based on where they're located, these mountains should be incredibly old, eroded, and flat. Instead, their structure makes them look astonishingly young, almost as if they were recently formed. Which leads us to a massive contradiction. We know that young, towering mountain ranges are almost exclusively created by the violent crashing and movement of tectonic plates. But Antarctica has no such tectonic plate movement. So how do mountains form here? Well, the leading and frankly terrifying theory is that a massive plume of boiling underground magma literally pushed the Earth's crust upward to form these peaks. It's a fascinating theory for sure, but one that currently remains entirely unproven. Part 3, millions of years old forests. We're shifting this explanator further back in time now, peeling back the geological layers to reveal prehistoric Earth. If we travel back 90 million years to the Cretaceous period, Earth's atmosphere was heavily loaded with carbon dioxide, which created a dramatically warm global environment. And we have hard proof that Antarctica wasn't white back then. It was vibrant green. Deep beneath the seafloor, covered in ice, researchers have extracted physical evidence of ancient rainforests. We're talking fossilized tree roots and ancient pollen, still intact. And the legacy of those colorful fields was actually found over a century ago, back in 1909, when explorers stumbled upon massive coal deposits. This realization is profound. That coal wasn't just some random rock. It was the biological remnants of lush, colorful rainforests that thrived for millions of years, eventually dying, being crushed under the shifting climate, and converting into the fossil fuels that early explorers discovered. The ice we see today is really just a temporary lid on what was once a tropical paradise. Part 4, Secrets of Universe and Time. Let's move to and see how this builds into our final and deepest descent, looking into cosmic time capsules and the history of our entire solar system. You might be wondering, how do scientists know exactly how much carbon dioxide was in the air 90 million years ago? Well, it's like a giant puzzle, and they solve it by reading the ice. Because the ice in Antarctica hasn't melted for millions of years, it acts as a literal time machine. Step 1 is drilling incredibly deep ice cores. The deeper you drill, the farther back in time you go. Step 2 is extracting the microscopic air bubbles trapped within those layers. These bubbles are ancient atmosphere, completely untouched for millions of years. Then, step 3 is analyzing the gases inside, allowing scientists to paint an exact year-by-year map of Earth's ancient atmospheric conditions. By analyzing these pristine million-year-old gas bubbles, scientists discovered a massive shift in the rhythm of our planet. 1 million years ago, Earth's massive climate cycles shifted every 40,000 years. But then, the data shows that cycle inexplicably stretched out, shifting to the 100,000-year cycle we're currently in today. And understanding these precise ancient patterns isn't just about looking back into the past, it provides the exact model scientists use right now to accurately predict future climate events, floods, and violent storms around the globe. But the ice captures more than just Earth's air. It catches what falls from the sky. And among the many meteorites perfectly preserved on the stark white background of the Antarctic ice, researchers found ALH 84101. Now, this isn't just a rock. It is perhaps the most profound artifact ever found on Earth, because its chemical signature proves it originated from our neighbor, Mars. The facts surrounding this single rock are just spectacular. At 4.5 billion years old, it's considered the oldest object in our solar system ever discovered. It gave scientists this unprecedented physical tool to study Mars's ancient atmosphere and volcanic activity, and in 1996, this very rock made global headlines when scientists announced it appeared to contain evidence of fossilized microscopic life. This strongly suggested that when this rock broke off Mars billions of years ago, life existed there. Furthermore, analyzing this meteorite revealed minerals that can only form in the presence of water. And this brilliantly illustrates a massive cosmic truth. It proved that Mars wasn't always this dry red desert. It once had massive quantities of flowing water. The revelations locked inside this single chunk of rock, plucked right from the Antarctic ice, are what directly sparked and funded the entire modern search for extraterrestrial life on Mars that continues to this very day. So as we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to look at Antarctica with fresh eyes. It is not an empty, frozen void. It's a dynamic vault preserving the history of Earth's climate, the remnants of ancient tropical forests, impossible buried mountains, and literally artifacts from other planets. It leaves us with one incredibly provocative thought. If 4.7 kilometers of ice is currently hiding ancient Martian history, millions of years old lost rainforests, and actively thriving secret subglacial ecosystems, what else is waiting in the dark, just waiting to be discovered? Keep that in mind, and never stop questioning the world beneath our feet.